Number 1, Thomas Rocket. Number 2, Ryan Van Tassel. Number 4, Michael Murphy. Number 14, Julian Ambrose. Number 15, Evan Jacinta. Number 21, John Vasquez. Number 22, PJ Curio. Number 23, Nathaniel Stickle. And number 25, Jesse Hayden. Now the starting lineup for the Blue Devils. A 5'10" senior, number 3, Ben. A 5'10" senior, number 12, Ryan Englund. A 6'1" senior, number 5, William Bradley. A 6'5" junior, number 24, Matt Vachemkin. A 6'4" senior, 20, Mateo Savone. Head coach, Joe Guadagama. Assistants, Colin Powers, Nick Nastasi, Joe Kucha, Dan Rotundo, and Jim Duffy. And now for the Pierson Whalers. The reserves. Number 4, Blue King. Number 20, Lance Schroeder. Number 15, Henry Butler. Number 13, Aiden Schmitz. Number 14, Fritz Messina. Number 12, Ryan Ziemer. Number 22, Braden Mott. And number 3, Andy Wayne. Now the Pierson starting lineups. A 5'11" junior, number 2, Dom Mancino. A 6'8" freshman, number 23, Kyle Spencer. A 6'4" junior, number 24, Aiden Smith. A 6'6" junior, number 32, Charlie McLean. And a 6'4" senior, 21, Luke Seltzer. Head coach, Rob Hill. Assistants, Jackson Merrifield, Kevin O'Halloran, Wilson Bennett. The officials for today's game, referee Mr. Charles Floyd. The umpires Mr. John Amato and Mr. Larry Wallace. At this time, will everyone please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins in the race. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. It's on touchdown.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
From Eastport South Manor High School in Manorville, New York, the NFHS Network presents the 2023 New York State Public High School Athletic Association Regional Finals. In the first matchup today, it's the Class C Regional Final between the Section 1 champion Haldane Blue Devils taking on the Section 11 champion Pierson Whalers. And hello again, everybody. Larry Carini here with Gavin Shaw. A spot in the semifinals next week up in Glens Falls is on the line between Pierson, who not too far away from our location here at Eastport South Manor, taking on Haldane from Section 1 up in Dutchess County, Cold Spring to be more specific. Pierson coming in with a record of 15-8. Their last game was this February 25th when they lost the small school semifinals against Southampton, who we'll see later on today, 69-52. Haldane, on the other hand, their last game was a victory over Rhinebeck, 65-47 on Wednesday afternoon, and the opening tip is controlled by Haldane, and immediately Haldane going to the basket, no good by Matteo Cervone.
Yeah, it's a quick move by Cervone, Larry. Very aggressive off the opening tip. You know, championship, or rather regional final game, you want to get those first 2 points.
So Pierson in white to our left, Haldane in looks like a 3-2 zone at the moment in the blue uniforms, the Blue Devils.
This Pierson team a year ago, known for their fantastic passing, still an element of the game they're working on, according to Will Fujita. But as you can see, Larry, a lot bigger than they were a year ago.
Great rebound from Avon Smith and to Kyle Seltzer, the 6'9" freshman for Pierson. So they got on the board first.
Good signs. Him and his brother Luke moved back from Ireland after being there for 2 years, and they couldn't have come sooner for head coach Will Fujita.
Early on here, going down. Now the quick pass inside to another big man for Haldane. That's number 20, Matteo Cervone.
Yeah, I love that from Cervone, Larry. The aggressiveness. Look, he had 6'6" and 6'9" in his face. He didn't care. He just went up right through it.
So now up here early on. Long three-pointer from Don Mancino off the glass. But great rebound, but a foul. That's going to be called on number 20, Matteo Cervone.
Yeah, great work on the offensive glass so far for Pierson. Already their second offensive rebound to this one. And you see on both sides, Larry, I mean, this is the New York State Elite Eight. There's a lot of nerves, a lot of adrenaline going on. You saw Cervone a little overeager on the first possession, and then you saw Don Mancino that time a little bit overeager, pulling up from about 25 feet.
So here's Avon Smith, a 6'4" junior forward, missing the first, but hitting the second free throw. Yeah. So early on, 3-2.
Guy who missed pretty much their whole run last year to the New York State semifinals with injury issues, so good to see him back out here and healthy.
Yeah, Coach William Fujita says he does a lot of dirty work. He moves the ball well, rebounding the ball, and has a nice touch from the perimeter. There's a couple guards here. There's a three-point attempt. No good for Benjamin Bozek, but an offensive rebound. And now an attempt there from Matthew Nemchenko. No good, but Blue Devils get it back here now. Again, here's Cervone, who's been active very early this time. He gets a basket.
Yeah, awesome start for Cervone. I mean, just the seventh player in school history, Larry, to score 1,000 points, all section, all league. He's a fantastic player.
Bad pass that time from Mancino as the ball went into the stands.
And something to watch early on offense for Pierson. Number 21, Luke Seltzer, their leading scorer on the season at 17 points per game. He sustained an ankle injury in practice. You can see that right ankle has a black wrap on it. So just interesting to watch where he's at from an explosiveness perspective and a health perspective. See this extended zone look from Pierson.
Benjamin Bozek bringing the ball up. Trying to look inside, gives it to Eng Wong. And now Cervone trying to get in there, but good deflection that time from Avon Smith. And now here's Mancino now. Cross-court pass. Three-point attempt. Looks like that was blocked by Cervone. So good deflection as Bozek picks the ball up. And now Cervone now giving it up.
Yeah, Will Fujita, I mean, he's going to want more what you're seeing from this Haldane side, making the extra pass. Pierson didn't that time. Haldane did and gets to the middle of the floor.
Bozek no good, but he gets his own rebound and can't get the shot up, as that was partially blocked by McLean, but put right back up by Matthew Yanchikin. So now 6-3, 3 minutes in here early on first quarter. Our officials today also are Charles Lloyd, John Amato, and Larry Gualtieri.
Yeah, and the champion, another guy who was an all-conference performer this year. So much talent on this Haldane front line, and you see it here.
Here comes Zemchenkin all the way cross court, and it's going to be a foul on Luke Seltzer to stop the fast break from Zemchenkin. And they're going to say that was on the floor.
Yeah, great foul that time from Luke Seltzer. You know, at least on the public school side, Larry, it's not like the NBA where you get automatic free throws on that take foul. So it makes sense if you can catch up to someone in transition to just kind of grab them.
3-point attempt here off the back rim, no good from William Bradley, but the rebound taken by Cervone. Back rim no good, rebound by Smith.
Both sides really doing a good job on the offensive glass. Conversely, you want to look at more of a box out from either team as the travel that time goes against Avon Smith.
So turnover for the Whalers. William Fujita is their head coach. It's his fourth overall season. Technically he's been coaching there for 3 years. Missed the 2020-21 season because not only the pandemic, but there was just no season and no games for Pierson to be played. And meanwhile for Haldane, Joe Vergadamo is in his 17th season for the Blue Devils. As they move the ball around and deflected and taken away. So good deflection from Dom Mancino as the Whalers bring the ball up across half court. Mancino loses the dribble and stolen away by Ryan Engwang. Bounce pass over to William Bradley for the deuce.
That was a tricky finish by Will Bradley, and it's going to bait the first time out of the game from Will Fujita.
So with 4:02 to go here early on in the first quarter, it's 8-3 in favor of Haldane on the NFHS Network. Haldane coming out of Section 1 with an early 8-3 lead over Pierson from Section 11. And again, we mentioned how Haldane got here. They defeated Hamilton 51-46 in the Section 1 Class C semifinal back on March 1st, and also a victory over Tuckahoe to win Class C in Section 1, 63-53 over Tuckahoe, as you mentioned, back on March 4th, and of course winning the regional quarters against Rhinebeck, 65-47 back on Wednesday night. Looks like Piano King in the game now for Rhinebeck, excuse me, for Pierson, as this one is turned over as the ball will go back to Haldane.
A great steal that time by Bozek. Both these teams showing a half-court trapping zone look. 2-2-1 for Haldane, and it is giving Pierson fits right now, Larry. You have to be so good passing the basketball, and Pierson needs to be able to leverage their size to get the ball inside.
Jumper from the corner, no good, but rebound taken. That was Luke Seltzer on the miss, and then getting his own rebound and drawing the foul.
Yeah, Larry, more than halfway through the first quarter, and that's basically the first time that Pierson's leading scorer and Luke Seltzer even looked towards the rim. So, again, you're wondering about his health a little bit, but that's a nice job leveraging his size that time around.
Ryan Engwang called on the foul as Seltzer hits the first free throw. And now checking back in, it's like Dom Mancino for a quick breather.
As Kyle Seltzer hits the bench. Kyle
is the younger brother of Luke Seltzer, as the other Seltzer hits that second free throw, and it's now 8-5. Inside to Servone, and a little bit of a issue that time, trying to get the ball out as King takes it away. Cross court all the way. Nice passing by the Whalers, and a nice transition basket. That was Charlie McLean.
Awesome pass that time from Luke Seltzer, just tipping the ball up, or excuse me, Avon Smith that time on the tip assist. But Larry, all started with Dom Mancino getting his second steal of the game. Very active hands for the junior.
And a block that time by McLean on the drive by Bradley. That's how they will retain possession. So Henry Butler will check in. Excuse me, that was Evan Giacchetta checking in for Haldane. Number 15. Here's Servone, gets the basket and the foul.
Already 6 points for Matteo Servone.
Fouls on Charlie McLean. So both teams with 2 fouls. Servone, as you mentioned, Gavin, with 6 points, trying to make it 7 here with the conventional 3-point play. And Servone hits it. So 11-7. Coach Joe Vergagamo said that Servone became the 7th Haldane boys player to score 1,000 points, as a foul will be called on Haldane.
Haldane foul number 5.
That's on William Bradley.
It's the 13th foul on Haldane.
So Servone scored his 1,000 point in a victory over Beacon on January 27th. He was also named the All-Section and All-League and an MVP of the Section 1 Class C tournament. As Haldane again applying the half-court press on the zone. As Pierson moves the ball around. That jumper no good by Luke Seltzer.
Yeah, Larry, I think you're seeing that Haldane zone kind of push a false sense of urgency onto Pierson. The Whalers just have to take their time and take advantage of their size.
Here's Bradley, bounce pass to Servone. Trying to go baseline, kicks it back out to Bradley. Good passing here. As this goes inside to Nechemkin, gets it to not go off the back of the rim. That rebound was taken by McLean.
Yeah, but that's great offense run by Haldane. I mean, that's exactly what you want, right? A shooter in Nechemkin, flashing to the elbow, wide open, good look. Pierson needs more of that on this end.
This is King. Gets it to Encino, and he can't get it to go. Rebound taken by Servone. Servone with the hard dribble, trying to go coast to coast, can't. Now kicks it back out to Bradley. Bradley will start up here.
Yeah, Servone just needs to keep his head up in that situation.
Here's the Nechemkin for 3, no good. Rebound King. Both teams going back and forth here. And Keanu King can't get anybody to go. Now gets to Mancino. He lost it. And trying to get it back. Some struggle on that as a travel was called on Benjamin Bozak. I wasn't sure if he had possession of it, but the referee called a traveling violation.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you see the frustration from the Haldane sideline. It was hard to see that Haldane even had possession, and you saw head coach Joe Vergadamo calling for the jump. I think that would have been the right call.
A fresh 35 here for the Whalers as King loses it, but it actually stays with Pierson as that went off the knee. Looks like that was off Servone.
Yeah, just a little over-aggressive that time for Keanu King, trying to get to the rim.
Here's King at the wing, and he hits the 3 off glass.
I don't know if that was intentional, Larry. He walked down the court like that was on purpose.
He knew that was coming, so now the lead is got the one as King steals the ball, but unable to hold it, as Haldane will keep it with a 25 shot clock.
Keanu King, the junior, getting it done on both ends. And Larry, that's the cool thing about this Pierson team. You look up and down their roster, they don't have a single senior in the rotation. Fritz Desir plays a little bit. He's the one guy. Outside of that, all sophomores and juniors. So this is a team a year after graduating all 5 starters that made it to the New York State semifinals, maybe a year ahead of schedule for Will Fujita.
Haldane. Before something said that was a little floater that time in by, that was Evan Gianchita.
Yeah, for Evan Gianchita, that's just great patience that time. Saw the lane, took it, wasn't rushed.
So Charlie McLean will pick up his second foul for Pierson.
Yeah, coming to watch for the Whalers. Maybe he comes out and we see Kyle Seltzer come back in. That's exactly what Will Fujita does.
So 17.8 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off.
But Larry, that's exactly what I'm talking about in terms of patience. I mean, you saw that was about the third time Pierson's just thrown the ball away under pressure. It's about keeping your dribble alive, and then once you stop your dribble, hold the ball, take your pivot, pass fake to make a pass. Just fundamentals against this press.
So Engwang will bring the ball up with 10 seconds to go. Pierson in the press in a zone themselves right now. 5 seconds to go. Engwang gets it to Bozic. Bozic to the basket. No good. And that's the end of the first quarter. So an entertaining first quarter between both Haldane and Pierson. It's 13-10 in favor of the Blue Devils over the Whalers. We'll come back with the second quarter on the NFHS Network.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate!
Back here on the NFHS Network, Haldane with a 13-10 lead on Pierson. We're going to take a quick look at the Class C brackets to show you the other games going on in the regionals. Here, we take a look here. Section 2 Chatham is taking on Section 10 Canton. All these other games are being played tomorrow, except for Haldane and Pierson. Over at Visions FCU Veterans Memorial, Section 3 Dulukville was playing Moravian Section 4, and then Section 6 Randolph is also playing. We'll try to figure out who they're playing exactly against. But the winner will play coming up next Friday morning at Pool Insuring Arena at 9:30 a.m. against the winner of Chatham and Canton. That game is going to be tomorrow afternoon at SUNY Potsdam. With the second quarter underway, that three-point attempt no good off the side by Seltzer, Luke Seltzer. As the Blue Devils have it here. And the pretty pass inside to Matt Nachimkin for the basket, and he goes to the line. Nice pass by Mateo Cerrone.
Yeah, I mean, it's such an advantage, Larry. I mean, not only have big, tall, strong guys, but for those guys to be super skilled and be able to pass the ball to each other makes life really difficult on Pierson defensively. And on the other end of things, I don't know about you. To me, it just looks like Luke Seltzer, again, leading scorer on the season, just doesn't totally have his legs.
As that one is taken away by Bozic. And here's the bounce pass and the foul on Luke Seltzer.
Yeah,
it looked like he was all ball from our vantage point.
That's a tough call. So there was a little contact hit to him, but I don't think it warranted the foul. I mean, on that case, you got to reward the defender for making great play, and that's the second foul against Luke Seltzer. So now he has 2, and Charlie McLean has 2. But if you're Will Fujita, you're down by 5, beginning of the second quarter, do you really risk playing without your 2 best players for the remainder of the second quarter?
Yeah, that's going to be a tough call for Will Fujita.
Yeah, I think you got to keep one of the 2 on the court, and you got to just trust them. And that time, you could tell Luke Seltzer was doing everything possible not to pick up the foul. Just got a tough whistle.
So William Bradley on the line, missing the first. He has 3 points early on, and he makes the second free throw. And it's now 16-10 in favor of the Blue Devils. Pierson breaking the press a little bit here. Get into the front court as Smith takes the 3 and he hits it.
It's a huge shot for Avon Smith. He's been playing some of his best basketball this season, has gone along, had 22 points in their championship victory in Suffolk County over Bridgehampton.
And the foul on the hip check by Keanu King. So that is the 16th foul for Pierson. Next foul will put the Blue Devils on the foul line. There's Eng Wong now giving it inside. And there he is, Mateo Cervone once again on the basket. He has 9 points now.
And I think he might have been called for a delay of game there, Larry. After scoring, he let the ball hit off his head. I'm not sure if that's the issue, but we'll see. Either that or it could have been a clock problem. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with Cervone, but man, he is bullying this Pierson team. Pierson has a lot of height, but not a lot of heft.
Mancino actually tripped that time, but luckily Seltzer was there, and he was able to draw the foul. So Pierson got bailed out big time on Mancino crossing half court and almost going down.
Yeah, that was fortunate for Pierson as they continue to be really flustered against this Haldane zone.
The foul was called on Cervone, which would be his second. So Haldane now with 4 fouls for the half. Here's Luke Seltzer. Let the King be matched up by the bigger Nemchinkin.
And the spacing right now for Larry, just not what you want for Pierson. They're allowing Haldane's job to be easy covering ground.
Seltzer with the long three-point attempt, and that hit nothing but air, but the rebound taken by Avon Smith, and then that shot is way off also by Mancino, and the ball goes out of bounds and back to Haldane.
Yeah, just not a great possession there, and I love the quote from Will Fujita talking to him last night. He said, quote, "We're still mastering the art of passing," and you can see it from this Pierson team. Super young, not quite the same rhythm that last year's group did with those 5 seniors.
Good passing here. Here's a three-point attempt from the corner. No good from William Bradley.
Haldane, on the other hand, just awesome ball movement so far in this game.
And Mancino trying to go coast to coast and gets stripped by Gianchita as Bozek brings it up and a little Euro step, and he gets it to go. Nice move by Benjamin Bozek.
Yeah, he's another guy who's been playing great lately. Section 1 class all-tournament team. And that is just clean footwork that time from Bozek.
Speaking of which, Bozek will be called for that foul. That'll be the team 5th. But Benjamin Bozek, as you mentioned, other than being a Section 1 class all-tournament team, Coach Joe Vergagamo saying he's our point guard. Great finisher inside, great defender, leader on and off the court. You can't ask for anything better than that.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell. I mean, you saw right away when Gianchita came back into the game, they immediately had Bozek direct him on where to go.
Here's a three-point attempt, no good from Kyle Seltzer. He gets his own rebound, passes it to brothers Luke. And now for the top of the key, that three goes for Avon Smith. That's his second three of the quarter.
I love Avon Smith's jumper. Thing of beauty. His lower body footwork is just fantastic. Larry has such a strong base on his shot. That's why it looks so easy.
So now 20-16. Haldane has a 4-point lead here with 5 minutes to go here in the first half. As Bradley gets it inside to Cervone, and Cervone once again getting to the basket.
He's the first player in this game into double digits, and he's just been flashing great patience, Larry. He takes his time down low. You see Pierson scrambling every time he gets down there. Cervone just waits for them to jump, then goes up and finishes.
So Cervone with 11 points. As here is King trying to go glass again for the three-point attempt. That's so good. As Haldane brings the ball back up. Mateo Cervone gets it stripped by King. Now King one-on-one with Gianchita, goes into the lane and gets the basket to go, plus the foul. That's
an awesome play from Keanu King, who's come up big off the bench, has 5 points, 2 steals, and that was all patience that time from King, taking his time, baiting the contact, finishing through it anyways, as Charlie McLean comes back into the game with those 2 fouls.
So King will try to cut it to a 1-possession game here with the free throw. So we've seen plenty of second chances by both teams. as some of the shots have not been falling down. The King can't get that free throw to go. As a strong rebound taken by Bozek. So even though he's listed as 5'10", 160 pounds, almost like he was 6'10" on that rebound. Corner three-point attempt from Bradley. Said that might have been partially blocked.
Yeah, Avon Smith got a piece of it.
As King brings it up, gets past, and gets into the lane and gets to go. So Keanu King with 7 points now. It's a 2-point game.
I love his game, Larry. His expression never changes. Big bucket, miss, doesn't matter.
Good passing by the Blue Devils as Cervone finds Zepchenkin. He gets blocked, but a foul will be on Charlie McLean. That will be his third foul of the half.
That's big. Charlie McLean, again, their second leading scorer on the year, 13 points per game, shoots 40% from three at 6'6", but has barely been a part of this basketball game. And that time, Larry, he got baited by the great interior passing of Matteo Cervone. Took his time, and set up the Champion for an easy two.
Champion on the line for two and making the first as a couple substitutions coming in for Haldane.
It's a crazy thing about the Champion and his height. I mean, look, you're looking at him like 6'5", 6'6". He was a member of their 2022 Class C State Championship soccer team. You don't normally see soccer players quite that big, but just a heck of an athlete at that height. And interestingly, Cervone getting a breather now for Haldane, so maybe that's an opportunity for Pierson.
Seltzer with the driving attempt and puts it home.
Great touch from Seltzer. But Larry, every time he goes to the rim, he has to almost pull back a little bit, playing with those two fouls, desperately trying not to pick up his third, has to play a very careful brand of basketball, even on offense. Inside,
good feed into Giancinta. Can't get it to go. The rebound taken by Kyle Seltzer. We have 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. As Keanu King brings it to Luke Seltzer. Good passing now. 3-point attempt from Avon Smith. No good. Rebound taken by Luke. And drawing the foul. And that basket is not going to count. It will be on the floor, but it will be a 1-and-1 for Pierson.
Yeah, in the NBA, Larry, that's a continuation, not at the high school level, but it's great to see. You can notice it. Pierson slowly but surely has caught up to the speed of this basketball game, and now they have an opportunity to tie it up, I believe, for the first time since it was 0-0.
So Seltzer with 4 points early on the line for the 1-and-1. And he hits the first free throw. And some things that Will Fujita said about Luke Seltzer, he played for the under-16 Irish national team this past summer. And he actually lived in Ireland for his first 2 years of high school, which is an interesting story there, as he makes the second free throw. And we're now up at 24. As Haldane brings the ball quickly into the front court. And here's Bozek trying to get it quickly up. He can't get it to go as that's taken away by King. And he is fouled by Bozek. And that will send Keanu King to the line for the 1-and-1.
Man, Keanu King taking over this basketball game, a block. And it took some tough footwork for King to be able to stay in bounds. You look at Keanu King, he didn't even score in their sectional final against Bridgehampton. This is a heck of a performance for him on the season, Larry. He only averages 3 points per game. Going to the line, he could find his 8th and 9th right now.
So a 30-second timeout called by Haldane. We'll keep it here. As again, 24-24 with 2:40 to go here in the second quarter. And as we mentioned also earlier again, Pierson getting here. They were the Section 11 Class C champion. They defeated Port Jefferson 58-52. That was way back February 15th they won. And then in the C&D qualifier, which was the tournament champions it's called, they defeated Bridgehampton. They destroyed Bridgehampton 76-53 at Southampton High School. And the small school semifinal, they lost to Southampton 69-52. And Southampton we'll see coming up after this one. They'll be taking on Section 1 Valhalla in the Class B regional final. So that should be another interesting game here on the NFHS Network.
Yeah, should be a heck of a game. I mean, getting to to talk to the Valhalla coaching staff. They noted like that could be a game potentially played in the 90s. Two very offensively oriented teams that want to play at a breakneck pace.
So King can't convert on the 1-on-1. Cervone against King here. It was a mismatch here, but King's playing it tight. Inside, back to Cervone. Under the basket, can't find the Chinkin. Actually, he gets it back. A little 10-foot jump shot, gets the roll. And Haldane retakes the lead by 2.
Yeah, and Chimkin that time maybe getting away with a foul there as he kind of just threw King to the ground. It was a smart, subtle move, and now he has a steal.
Loses the ball.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a travel. So what happened was, not only he lost the ball, but he somewhat regained it. He never really lost possession. So the referee on our side called the travel.
No, so he was trying to pass it, and then he got the double touch because the ball slipped out of his hands, and he just wanted to bat it forward.
As King now finds Luke Seltzer from the wing. He gets pushed on the box out. Could have been a foul, but no call. Cervone brings it up. Now kicks it out to Bradley. Bradley with the leading jump shot gets to the go.
Oh, man, that is a tough shot from Will Bradley. Jumped to his apex, had the ball over his head, and somehow still had the touch to put the basketball in.
Will Bradley's listed 6 feet, 140 pounds, so he used all that 140-pound muscle that he could as he almost got the steal there as before the basket a travel call on Keanu King.
And I like that from Will Fujita, Larry. Sometimes you'll see, hey, coaches, when their player questions a call, they're just going to jump up and support them. Will Fujita said, no, you traveled. It's okay. You'll get them next time.
So a minute and a half to go here in the first half. Riley looking inside. Nice look. That was Cervone once again. So he has 13 points on the afternoon.
Yeah, just he has so impressed me, Larry. He's been the best player on the court in this game. Great touch, great patience, impeccable footwork, and knows how to use the glass. Old school big.
Pressure being applied, but King tries to break. He tries to draw the foul as Haldane actually is able to pick up the loose ball as Chinkin able to find Bradley, and Bradley will be called for steps.
Yeah, and on the other end of things, King absolutely got away with what would have been a technical foul. He grabbed the right foot of Nathaniel Stickle, and just out of frustration, and the refs didn't see it. So this is turning into a very physical game here.
Aiden Schmitz has checked into the game for Pierson, number 13.
Brings a lot of speed to the table.
It's a long jumper by Mancino, no good. Schmitz tried to grab the rebound, but that was taken away by Gianchita as shot clock and game clock virtually identical. 25 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, Will Fujita, he took out Luke Seltzer because he doesn't want Seltzer picking up a third foul. So trying to save him in this final minute, but it might hurt them defensively. We'll see right now.
Haldane looking for the last shot here. 10 seconds to go. Zemchikin over to Ambrose. Cervone, a couple of head fakes, no good. And a couple of
little volleyball there,
yeah, right off the glass a couple of times and unable to put that home. There's a lot of emotion coming from Haldane coach Joe Fergatamo. This guy's traveled about 150 miles. He's not going to go home with a loss here as he's firing at the crowd right behind us as Haldane takes a 30-24 lead into the locker room.
Larry, that's the kind of emotion you get after spending 4 hours on a bus. He's ready to rock.
I don't blame him. So good first half for the Haldane Blue Devils. Pierson hanging on, but they are down by 6 here at Eastport South Manor in this first of 2 regional finals. So we'll take a timeout here on the NFHS Network for about 10 minutes or so, and we'll be back with some halftime activities and the start of the second half in a moment.
NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Road to Glens Falls.
6 seconds left to go. 4 and 3. It goes up for 3. Next
Where legends are made. Road to Glens Falls.
6 seconds left to go. 4 and 3. It goes up for 3.
Where legends are made.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
You're watching live coverage of the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Class C Regional Finals on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of high school sports. For live games, to full game replays, the highlights, it's all there at NFHSnetwork.com. And you can relive all the incredible moments from today's matchup on demand at NFHSnetwork.com. A digital copy is also available for purchase. Just click on the digital copy button under the event video player to download today's broadcast directly to your device. Today's game is also available for all subscribers of the NFHS Network mobile app for Apple and Android devices. Download it from the App Store or Google Play Store today to start watching live and on-demand games wherever you are. So welcome back here to Esports South Manor School with the second half getting underway in just a moment. Larry Courtney, we're with Gavin Shaw, Haldane from Section 9 with a 30-24 lead over Section 11, Class C champion Pierson. The leading scorer for Haldane in the first half was Mateo Cervone, who seemed like he was very active on all sides of the offensive glass, whether it was in the paint, grabbing the ball, putting it back for second half, and just moving the ball all around. He had a very good first half, Gavin.
Yeah, he really impressed me, Larry. I mean, what stood out was his touch and his patience. You know, he would throw a pump fake, and he would let two defenders for Pierson go flying through the air. And Cervone's maybe 6'5". He's going up against 6'6" and 6'9", at least when Pierson's starting lineup is out there, and Kyle Seltzer and Charlie McLean, respectively. But he would just wait them out, and then his passing really flashed as well, as there were at least two times where he set up Matthew the Champion for buckets.
In the previous game against Rhinebeck, the Champion had 20 points, Bradley had 17. Cervone had 16 points and 9 rebounds, while Bozic had 6 points, 4 assists, and 4 steals as the second half gets underway with a quick basket from the aforementioned Mateo Cervone.
Yeah, and that's a great set play called by Joe Vergadamo to have Benjamin Bozic just toss that high. Cervone got an early steal, automatic, easy 2 points to open the second half for this Haldane team.
So Haldane with their biggest lead of the game at 8, 32-24. As McLean playing with the 3 fouls.
Got to be
to Luke
careful.
Seltzer. And Seltzer gets his own rebound off the front run and puts it home. So Luke Seltzer, who his average is 17.2 points per game on the season, converts that. He has 8 points to go with that as the lead is trimmed to 6 for Haldane. Kicked out to Bradley, who hit something but air on that 3-point attempt.
Yeah, Seltzer looked a little lethargic, Larry, in the early going. He's gotten his rhythm now. Looks a lot more like his normal self, as that time it'll be Bozic picking up his third foul, excuse me.
So Bozic in there with 3 fouls. And also to mention, too, for Pierson, Keanu King, who did not start the game, starts the second half with 7 points. He had a very good second quarter as well, very active, moving the ball up and down the court.
Yeah, we noted it. Only averages 3 points per game on the season, but he was awesome in that first half. Remember, he lost a three-pointer due to a travel call, too.
As he gets that one off the rim, he gets his own rebound, kicks it back out. Luke Seltzer now kicks it out to, that was
Avon Smith.
Avon Smith, thank you very much, for a 3. So now back to a 3-point game.
And that's a great extra pass, Larry, from Luke Seltzer, passing up a good shot for a great shot. And Avon Smith, man, one of the prettiest jumpers you will see in New York State.
So Haldane, again, playing the ball around the perimeter. Cervone gets it to Bozak, and he draws the foul, and we'll go to the foul line. And gets the basket.
Yeah, it's a tough play. Dom Mancino trying to take the charge. Might have been inside the semicircle as Will Fujita is looking for an explanation, not getting one to his liking. And we've seen that a couple of times, Larry, now from Bozic, where he will get into the lane and just has a great ability. Everyone always talks about acceleration, right? He has a great ability to de-accelerate, slow down, plant his foot, and then finish.
Bozic completes the 3-point play.
And that's huge to answer the 3-pointer on the other end that Avon Smith just had.
Two minutes in here. 35-29. It's King. Tries to go up down the paint. Can't get to go. And now Smith kicks it back out to King. Takes the 3.
There's no rush here for Pierson, but they're rushing as if the shot clock is dwindling.
Seltzer draws the foul, and he will go to the basket. He will go to the foul line, rather, for the 3-point play.
And Larry, we were talking about Joe Vergadamo, the Haldane coach, at halftime, kind of firing up the crowd. You saw from Will Fujita that time. He got a little fired up, and both these coaches, you love to see it. You know, they never really lose what they had as players back in the day. That kind of energy, that love, and that competitiveness is why they still do this.
I think Joe Vergadamo earned his 200 career win in the section semifinal victory over Alexander Hamilton 2 weeks ago, as Seltzer can't get that to go. Vertigamo was a former player for Haldane. He won the Class D championship back in 2001 and 1999. And, of course, also winning the championship in 2014, 15, and 16, as well as this year. So 4 Class D sectional championships, as that one no good for Bradley.
But once again, Larry, a great possession for Haldane. Everyone getting a touch of the basketball.
King trying to go, and he can't, as McLean can't get that one to go. And here's Cervone.
Yeah, they're going to want to foul him before he shoots.
Cervone taking it all the way. And it's going to be a turnover, as you see the emotion there on Mateo Cervone forcing the turnover.
Yeah, rightfully. Look, I mean, man, poor Dom Mancino. He's been trying to take that charge both times, hit the court, didn't get rewarded for it, and then just a little sloppy on the inbound, and now can really get compounded.
No good that time from Lining Wong, but the ball will stay with Haldane, and they'll get a fresh shot clock. So all the momentum for the Blue Devils right now. Inside, Cervone trying to get around McLean. He's able to do so. Mateo Cervone doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah, so fundamentally sound, Larry. Ducking in, pivoting, then finishing.
He has 19 points already. We're not even halfway through the third quarter. King guarded by Nemchinkin. 3-point attempt is blocked on the attempt by Smith, but he gets it back and he draws the foul.
Yeah, Smith, man, he's gonna want that shot back. Probably should have had an and one there, but great persistence from him. He almost used his block to get open that time as McLean recovered the ball. Smith, that's just great awareness to cut right to the basket because his man was still going after the basketball.
So Avon Smith getting the first free throw. And the second one is good as well. So Smith now with 12 points. Once again, a 6-point deficit for Pierson. .15-foot jump shot, no good that time from Eng Wong. Rebound taken by Luke Seltzer.
This is a great board by Luke Seltzer. With Giachincha breathing down his neck.
3-point attempt, no good from Mancino. Battle for the ball, and that will go the other way.
Frustrating afternoon for Dom Mancino continues. The senior guard, one of Pierson's top options, still scoreless.
And a big foul on Charlie McLean. That is his 4th foul, so he will come out.
Yeah, you feel for Charlie McLean, Larry. I mean, just hasn't had a chance to find any kind of a rhythm today.
Yeah, only 2 points on the day, averaging about 12.5 for the season. But now on the bench with 4 fouls. Is Nemchinkin trying to set up play here. And that will go the other way on the offensive foul. Foul is on William Bradley.
Yeah, and that was, again, fantastic defense for Keanu King. Has a very sturdy frame and using it to just let Bradley try and run him over.
It's King again. Now going to pull the ball back on the zone. Here is Mancino, and that gets taken away by Bradley. And Bradley will slow things down just a little bit here with a 6-point lead under 3.5 to go in the third. Chipkin gets to Bradley, fakes a 3, now goes to the basket, gets a nice little hole, but can't get it to go, but the rebound is taken by Nathaniel Stickle, and he draws the foul, and that will be on Keanu King. So again, Haldane doing everything right, and Pierson not able to do much of anything, Gavin.
Yeah, just not a lot of rhythm offensively. That's a great inbounds play for Haldane.
What a great pass, and followed by Nemchinkin. So now once again, 8-point lead for the Blue Devils, 31-33. Nemchinkin with 10 points. And here is Seltzer. Some trouble there, and getting his own rebound, but can't get it to go. And there is Nemchinkin again. Now he's stepping up his game a little bit.
Pierson is the taller team, but Haldane has the more skilled, more physical group of big men.
And here we go. 10-point lead for Haldane. Nathaniel Stickle putting the ball in. And a timeout called by Will Fujita of Pierson. With 2:37 to go in the third quarter, it's 43-33 Blue Devils on the NFHS Network. High school sports fans, never miss another game. Subscribe to the NFHS Network to watch live and on-demand event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sports nationwide. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination. NFHSNetwork.com, your home for high school sports. As Haldane in control, 43-33. Outscoring Pierson 13-9 in this third quarter. But this is the biggest lead for the Blue Devils, as Pierson unable to do much of anything in terms of trying to get some baskets, as they're down by double digits. And again, Haldane in a 3-2 zone. King kicks it out, but he loses it. So costly turnover there for the Whalers.
Yeah, that's a tough play. You know, Keanu King, he's been dancing on the edge of brilliance and disaster this whole game, Larry. Getting into the lane, but almost always off balance when he does. That time it caught up to him.
Pierson applying a little bit of their own press right here, as Nemchinkin can't get it to go, but the rebound taken, but blocked from...
But Pierson has to get the rebound, Larry. They're playing good defense on the interior, but they're not getting the ball back.
Haldane gets a fresh shot clock, but Pierson with the pressure, as almost a steal there by Luke Stelzer.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a kick ball, or no, it looks like it's going to be a foul against Mateo Cervone.
So Cervone picks up his second, as Haldane has 5 for the half with under 2 minutes to go in the second half. Rather in the third quarter, excuse me. So another 10 minutes of basketball at least here to play if Pierson can knock the comeback. And here's a tough jump shot and a good, nice three-point attempt and basket there from Avon Smith. That's his 4th 3 of the game.
He is a fantastic shooter, Larry. I mean, I'm running out of superlatives to say. That one maybe should have been a 4-point play opportunity. He got high five as he shot the basketball.
So Joe Vertigamo, coach of Haldane, calls a timeout as he didn't quite like what he saw on that play. So that will be a 30-second timeout for Haldane. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, Larry, if Pierson's going to get back into this ball game, it starts on the defensive end, and particularly on the defensive glass. They have to start securing rebounds, and that was the theme this week, getting to talk to Will Fujita. He noted, look, we're not going to dominate the glass against this team, but we have to compete with them. They have in spurts, but in spurts, it's been dominated the other way by this Haldane team.
And Haldane has reached the state Final Four 3 times in school history. 2001, they lost the Class D state semifinals. 2015, the Class C state semifinals. 2016, they lost in the Class C finals. And also an interesting note, they played Rhinebeck the other day. They defeated them to get to this point. The last time they played Rhinebeck in basketball was back in the 2009 season, which was a 62-51 loss.
Yes, I guess it's a good sign. If you get up to Rhinebeck, you're on the right track. And I expect a inbound to Cervone here. They're going to try and feed him the basketball.
Instead here is Bradley. To the Chimkin. Back to Bradley. Bradley takes the 23-foot shot that goes out of bounds. So a 7-point game here As Pierson trying to break this tough zone defense down. As Mancino gets it out to Smith. And Smith, once again, his 5th three of the game. He has 18 points on the afternoon. And a foul. Might be on Mancino, and it is. That will be his 2nd foul. So as good as we've seen Matteo Cervone do for Haldane, Evan Smith has done just as well, but this time from beyond the arc. 5 threes already on the afternoon. 100 minutes ago now. As that is going to be another foul on Dom Mancino on the steal attempt.
Man, Mancino not going to have fond feelings for this officiating team when the game's over, Larry. Tried to take 2 charges earlier in this 3rd quarter. That time getting called for the reach on a poke away. It was hard to see from our angle. Might have been clean, might have gotten a little bit of the hand. And that would be the 4th on Mancino if it's on him again.
Looks like he got bailed out. Mancino actually a little bit frustrated that time, slamming his fists on the floor, but he was bailed out as the call was on Aiden Schmitz.
Yeah, and that's important. I mean, Dom Mancino would have been right out of this basketball game. And I see Keanu King come in for him with Mancino. Frustrated, Will Fujita. You know, sometimes as a coach, Larry, you got to yell, you got to fire your guys up. This time, Will Fujita's just going to try to calm Dom Mancino down a little bit. They're going to need him down the stretch in the 4th quarter.
Bozek. Bozek taking his time. Kicks it out to Giancita. Now here's the 3-point attempt, way short than from the Chipkin. And the foul, that will be on Keanu King. That will be his 3rd foul.
Yeah, and that just the total team fouls, Larry, starting to become an issue as Haldane will be in the single bonus going forward.
So correction, the foul was actually called on Aiden Schmitz. So that's his 2nd foul. King still has 2. Stickle going to the line for the first time today. And that's off the back rim, no good. So 28.2 seconds to go. 43-39. Stickle trying to bring the score up a little more, and he does so. 1 of 2 at the foul line, 44-39. And Pierson can hold for the final shot here in the 3rd quarter.
Can't turn it over, though, against this pressure. So much height at the top of this 2-1-2 press.
There's Smith trying to get inside. He draws the foul. Nice play, smart play from David Smith. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, Larry, that's what you want to do as a shooter, right? You hit 5 threes. You know they're going to be closing out hard. They're going to be trying to crash, try to block your shot. It is embarrassing when someone hits 5 3-pointers on you. And Avon Smith leveraging that, getting to the basket. I wouldn't mind seeing him throw one more pass in that situation next time, but it worked out well with him getting to the line.
So the foul was on Stickle as Smith hits the first free throw.
Yeah, man, he is an elite shooter.
As Coach Fujita says he's got a nice touch at the perimeter. He's got a nice touch at the foul line here. As it's a 3-point game, once again, under 10 seconds to go. Cervone kicks it out with time running down. Fake that time, Stickle putting it up, and that goes behind the basket. And what once was a 10-point lead not too long ago has been cut to 3, so a nice little run for the Pierson Whalers as at the end of 3 quarters, it's the Haldane Blue Devils 44 and the Pierson Whalers 41. We'll come back with the 4th quarter in a moment on the NFHS Network.
road to Glens Falls.
6 seconds left to go. 4 and 3. It goes up for 3. It's
Where legends are made.
You're watching live coverage of the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Class C Regional Finals on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of high school sports. From live games to full game replays to highlights, it's all there at NFHSnetwork.com. An 8-1 run by the Pierson Whalers, which was once a 10-point deficit, is down to 3, led by the 20 points of Avid Smith, 13 in the third quarter, Gavin.
Scored all 8 points in that run, Larry. Remember, he missed most of the postseason last year, only came back for the last couple of games and wasn't at 100%. Could have been a difference maker for a team led by Wilson Bennett that lost in the state semis, but Pierson, they got a chance this year with a team full of juniors and sophomores, and Haldane just trying to hold on right now.
King can't get that to go. Battle for the ball as King takes the battle with Nemchinkin. It's a jump ball. Possession will go to the Blue Devils.
But that's great fight from Keanu King, trying to win the basketball back. I'm sure he would love to have that layup back. And for Haldane, Larry, they got to stick with what got them here. You saw a little bit of nerve start to creep in near the end of that quarter. They got to find a way to get Mateo Cervone a touch. Got up to 19 points with about 6 minutes left in the third quarter, and hasn't, as far as I can recall, hasn't taken a shot since then.
Yep. And, of course, a good battle that time between the 5'11" Keanu King and the 6'7" Matt Nemchenko on that jump ball. Inside to Cervone, and Cervone, no call on the possible attempt by Mancino to try the charge, and Cervone back in the scoring column.
Yeah, I mean, again, tough night for Tom. Mancino continues. That's the third time he's attempted to take a charge. Third time he has not gotten the call. All in the second half.
It's King.
Tough shot.
And takes it off the back rim. Rebound taken by Mateo Cervone.
Yeah, that is not the shot that Will Fujita wants in that situation. Haldane's been the better team in terms of their ball movement all game long. I think that's going to be a big factor down the stretch here, Larry.
Haldane being patient. With 10 on the shot clock. Good passing inside, and Cervone with 5 on the shot clock, and that's partially blocked. That was Seltzer, Kyle Seltzer. Here's Luke. Luke with the fake, and he puts it in. So nice move that time from Luke Seltzer. And again, a 3-point deficit for Pierson.
Yeah, gorgeous move from Luke Seltzer. 6'5", maneuvers like someone who's 5'10". Little pitter-patter Euro step to cut it to a one-possession game.
Inside to Stickle with the head fake, no good. Battle for the ball, and a jump ball between Seltzer and Cervone, and the possession will go back to Pierson.
And that's a shot that Pierson is happy to concede. Stickle has only scored once today, and you have Kyle Seltzer there at 6'9" contesting the basketball.
Here's King, Luke Seltzer with the left-handed dribble, and gets past Cervone. Not able to put it in, though. Rebound was taken by Stickle.
Yeah, and I'm surprised there was no foul called there.
Cross court all the way, and Plaza could not put it in as Pierson comes back down the floor. Here's Smith, and he draws the foul on Cervone.
Yeah.
That'll be his third.
Larry, you can see the paranoia for Haldane every time Avon Smith gets the basketball. That was a foul because Cervone closed out so hard that he was a little bit off balance when you saw Smith trying to go by him, and it sent Smith right to the line as Charlie McLean will come back in with those 4 fouls. Again, McLean, because of the foul trouble, not really been able to impact the basketball game. This is a golden opportunity from 5:18 left if he can stay on the floor.
So Smith, the 6'6" junior, makes the first free throw. Excuse me, 6'4" junior. As he cut it to 1 right now on this free throw, and he's able to do so. And he has 22 points in the afternoon. So 46-45, we've got ourselves a contest here. Bosick Going baseline, feeding underneath. Servone, a few head fakes, can't get it to go. Bozic with the tip. Nice shot by Benjamin Bozic on the basket.
It's a great play by Bozic, Larry, but that play is all about Matteo Servone. He drew 3 defenders, and then it's just a numbers game. There was no one left to box out Bozic, and he tipped it right up and in.
So with 5:01 to go in the fourth quarter, a very exciting game here, 48-45. It's only a 3-point lead for Haldane. We'll take a quick break on the NFHS Network. Be back in a moment.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
So between Matteo Servone and Avon Smith, Smith has 22 points to lead all scorers. Servone has 21. So do you think ultimately it might come down to which of those two makes the final shot in this game the way it's going right now?
Not necessarily. I think, it's kind of what I just said about Servone, right? It's about the attention that Pierson's paying to him and what that opens up everywhere else on the court. That time we saw Ben Bozic just dive in and get the little tip in because 3 players were trying to stop Matteo Servone. And Servone is getting, I don't want to say help from the officials, but they're letting him play as physical as he wants to, and he thrives on that type of basketball. On the other end, they're trying to get hard closeouts to Avon Smith and Pierson. I'm not quite sure how. That's on Will Fujita. They got to find a way to leverage all that attention being paid towards him. But it's a little bit harder for Smith to score than it is for Servone. Servone can do it on his own. Smith reliant on his teammates to set him up. And open here.
And Smith kicks it out to King. King with a long 3-point attempt, short on that one.
And again, not the shot. Will Fujita wants King banked one in the first half, but he's not necessarily known as a great shooter, at least yet. Still a young player, could get there. But again, Pierson, they have to take their time and move the basketball if they're going to win this game.
Servone over to Bozic, getting guarded heavily by King. As Haldane again moving the ball quickly, but taking their time. Servone going a couple of ways, now kicks it to Bozic. And now the 3-point attempt from Eng Wang, no good. Saved in by the Chipkin, but throws it out of bounds, and it'll go back to Pierson. So approaching the 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter, as King over to Mancino. Now Luke Seltzer. King head fake now, drives into the lane, gives it out to McLean, now back to Luke Seltzer. Seltzer into the double team, and it's going to be a 3-second call, I believe. Or a travel, rather.
I think it was a travel. But that was, again, better offense for Pierson. You saw Keanu King that time. He missed his last 2 threes. That time pumped, got into the middle of the lane, and created on the rotation what would have been an open shot for Avon Smith.
Kyle Seltzer will check back in for Charlie McLean. Under 4 to go. Still a 3-point game. That was tipped, but picked up by Bradley. Pick that back out to Bozic. Inside, almost so inside the Chipkin as Servone did not give it up.
Both these teams so long, gaps close quickly.
A little baby hook shot there from Matteo Servone, a little old school there, Gavin.
He is a throwback type of player, Larry. Incredible touch, incredible moves around the rim.
Long 3-point attempt is good from Avon Smith. His 6th 3 of the game. He has 25 points.
I'm officially out of superlatives. Incredible game by Smith. Incredible game by Servone. You might have been onto something, Larry. It might just be which of those guys gets the ball last.
Inside to Bradley from Servone's pass. He draws the foul. And that will be on Mancino, and that will be his 4th foul.
Yeah, you saw Mancino wasn't complaining that time. Took that one intentionally to stop Will Bradley from getting the layup.
So Bradley at the line has 6 points on the afternoon. 3:04 to go. Looking to put Haldane back up by 2, and we'll have to try to put them up by 3. As the first free throw, no good. Second basket attempt is good. So it is a 3-point game for Haldane as he will come out. 3 minutes to go now in the fourth quarter. Luke Seltzer wide open in front of us. Here, hits the 3! And the game is tied, 51-all. Big shot by Luke Seltzer.
So calm taking it.
Nice look inside. Nepchinkin gets the basket off the nice feed from Cervone.
The chemistry between those two is out of this world. That's great instincts by Nepchinkin.
Here's Mancino for 3. No good. Rebound taken by Bozic.
Yeah, I mean, Mancino's a good shooter, but it's a little bit early in the clock for that shot.
So we'll see if Haldane slows it down just a little bit here.
I want to go back to that last possession, Larry. Cervone, such a good scorer, but equally as talented as a playmaker. Unselfish.
Bozic loses for a moment, gets it back. Cervone inside to Nepchinkin. Partially blocked there by Seltzer, by Kyle Seltzer. Loses the ball now. And they're going to get the timeout, it looks like.
Yeah, that is great hustle from Nepchinkin. I was getting ready to compliment Kyle Seltzer using all of that 6'9" frame to get a contest on it. Nepchinkin knocked the ball away, dove on it, and then had the awareness to call for a jump ball before he could get tied up.
And we'll keep it right here with 1:54 to go.
Or Larry, sorry, call for a timeout before he could get tied up.
Right, yeah. So 1:54 to go, and Haldane holding the 53-51 lead over Pierson. And you can relive all the incredible moments from today's matchup on demand at NFHSnetwork.com. A digital copy is also available for purchase. Just click the digital copy button under the event video player to download today's broadcast directly to your device. So back and forth, both teams were going. For a while, it seemed like Haldane was just going to blow the door open, but Pierson has done a nice job. I mean, David Smith has been money almost every single time he's had the ball, but great contribution, and Seltzer just hitting that 3 was huge to cut it right now down to 2.
Yes, it's one of those things where you could tell Haldane, if these teams played 10 times, Haldane would maybe win 7 or 8 of them. But Avon Smith, man, a once-in-a-lifetime type of shooting performance, keeping the Pierson Whalers alive. And Larry, that's the beauty of single elimination basketball. It doesn't really matter who's the better team. It matters who's the better team on the day, and Pierson has a great chance ahead of them. I think you're going to see Will Fujita concentrate his defense on the interior, try and throw extra bodies at Cervone, at Nepchinkin, and dare anyone else on this Haldane team, whether it's Will Bradley, whether it's Ben Bozic, to beat them from outside. And important to note, on that steal and recovery, it's a fresh shot clock for Haldane, so they can take their time here up by 2.
And they'll probably try to use the clock here, but Cervone has other ideas, but he gets blocked by McLean, but he gets his own rebound, and he draws the foul.
Yeah, and if that's on McLean, he's out of the game. Doesn't seem to be the case.
So it would not be on McLean.
I think it was on Keanu King, Larry.
Okay, so that is his 3rd foul. But here is Mateo Cervone, able to make the first basket and put Haldane up by 2.
It's what makes Cervone so tough. Look, I mean, McLean played perfect defense, got the contest. Cervone, that quick second jump to get it right back.
Second attempt, no good. Cervone has 24 points on the afternoon with about a minute and a half to go here in the fourth quarter. As King trying to draw the guy's post.
Pierson a little slow setting up this play as King just slipped and lost the basketball.
And the turnover, costly turnover there for Pierson. So now Haldane up by 3.
Possession of both these team seasons now could all but end with a bucket.
As Bozic. It's it over to Engwang. Inside, Servone. A couple head fakes inside between three different white jerseys. And he can't get it to go. And a timeout will be called by Pierson coach Will Fujita.
Yeah, it's a great timeout by Will Fujita. I mean, you saw last possession, Larry. They were a little bit aimless, right? Keanu King was dribbling for about 12 seconds before just losing the basketball. But they got the stop they needed. 57 and a half seconds on the clock. Plenty of time. They just need to know where they're going with the ball. What I would bet on is Luke Seltzer is going to get this basketball maybe off a curl. With his height, you want him catching on the move. Once he's in the lane, with his length and his footwork, he's pretty much unstoppable, even though Haldane has some size around the rim themselves.
So Seltzer has 15 points on the day right now, and you would think also Eamon Smith would be the guy that they could try to get to, but of course, he's been tightly defended and so forth. So some of his shots have, great job getting them through and so forth, but I'm sure they're going to apply the pressure, but if they can move the ball around over to Seltzer, that might be to Pierson's benefit.
Yeah, a lot of Eamon Smith's offense was not self-created in this game. It's him catching and shooting for the most part. So if you get Luke Seltzer going middle and the defense closes, you can get one pass out and then a rotation over to someone like Eamon Smith. And you got to imagine, Larry, in that Haldane huddle, Joe Vergadamo is saying, whatever you do, do not leave 24. Even if you have to give up a layup, don't leave 24 alone.
So the game reset here with Haldane up by 3. Haldane has 17 fouls as Pierson has 19 fouls, and Haldane has 2 timeouts remaining while Pierson still has 3.
Yeah, we should note, Larry, trip to Glens Falls on the line. New York State semifinals. Pierson trying to go for the second straight year. Haldane trying to get there for the first time since 2016.
And they will take on the winner of Section 2 Chatham, and Section 10 Canton. That game will be contested tomorrow afternoon all the way up in SUNY Potsdam at 4:30 p.m. So 50 seconds to go. Pierson down 3. Here's Eamon Smith getting the screen. Kicks it back out to King. Now Luke Seltzer looking. Going into the paint. Now stops. And he draws the foul.
Yeah, so it'll be a 1-and-1 for Seltzer. Highest pressure free throws, at least at the high school level, given that he's played international ball, who knows, of his career.
So now Chempkin picks up his first, and that is the team 8th. So big free throws here from Luke Seltzer. He is 4-4 at the line. Let's get, it's 4-4. Yes, pardon me, 4-5 from the line. Got the 15 points. Hits that big free throw to go.
Man, Larry, I don't know if you saw that. He paused when he was initially going to shoot it. And typically that's a dead giveaway that it's going to be a miss. But Seltzer, such good form, able to put it in.
A lot of pressure on the junior as he is able to get the second free throw.
Shooter's touch. So here we go.
1 point game. Shot clock, about 5-second differential with the game clock. As that time a foul on Eamon Smith. And that is the 10th team foul for Pierson. So 2 free throws coming up for Mateo Servone.
Exactly what you didn't want if you're Eamon Smith, just a little bit too aggressive going after the basketball. Servone, a fantastic free throw shooter. And the pressure's not quite as high since his team already has the lead.
Servone nails the first one. And a timeout will be called by Will Fujita. Pierson. So they have 2 timeouts remaining. Both teams the bonus, 30 seconds to go. And Servone will be coming back to the foul line for the second of 2. So assuming he makes this second free throw, 3-point game, shot clock turned off. Who do you see getting the ball in this final possession, possible final possession for Pierson?
Yeah, so I'm still not sure if it's a situation where you have to go for a 3. I think you just go for the first best shot available. Again, what I'm trying to do, especially after watching him make those last 2 free throws, I'm trying to get the ball to Luke Seltzer on the move. Obviously, if there's an opportunity for Eamon Smith to shoot a 3, you take it. Probably won't be him, but I wonder if they put Charlie McLean out on the floor on offense. I guess he already was on the floor. But at 6'6", Larry, he's a 40% 3-point shooter this year. The issue is he's taken maybe 2-3 shots the whole game, and that's a lot to ask for him to shoot in this position given that back.
Of course, he's been in foul trouble most of the game with the 4 fouls, only getting the 1 basket in the first quarter. As Pierson will head back on the floor with Haldane. Tough situation again for both teams in terms of who will move on. It does come down to this possible free throw. As Cerrone is on the line again for the second and 2.
Everyone off the line for Haldane back on defense.
So he nails the second one to make it 56-53. So here's King.
And again, they're very slow getting into this play, trying to find Luke Seltzer.
Here he is. Seltzer. Contested. Tough shot for 3. Off the front rim, no good. Battle for the ball. And that is picked up by Chipkin.
Got to get a foul.
And the Chipkin draws the foul. And that is the 5th foul on Dom Mancino. So he is out of the game. So Mancino unable to score this afternoon, playing very aggressive, but will come out with the 5 fouls.
Yeah, again, brutally tough game for Mancino. Gave up his body a few times, wasn't rewarded for it, and now, Larry, you have a situation where Matt Nachemkin just has to hit one to essentially put this game away, and we'll get 2 tries at it.
Unfortunately, unable to put that one home. So even more pressure right now. Pierson still with 2 timeouts if they need it.
And now the interesting question is, if you're Haldane, knowing that the beauty is they only have 8 fouls, so if you foul just a 1-and-1, assuming the shot is missed, and they don't want to allow a 3-point attempt, but it goes in.
So Pierson will call a timeout, but it is a 4-point game now with exactly 9 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, 57-53.
Yeah, Larry, I think you are going again for just the first shot available. You're drawing up your best inbound play right now. If you're Will Fujita and you're trying to get some kind of seal under the basket, maybe for Kyle Seltzer at 6'9", maybe for Luke Seltzer at 6'5", or you're trying to get Avon Smith popping open for 3, that is going to be tough to do because you know all of Haldane's defense is going to be focused on him. The whole point is, though, you want to shoot this basketball within about 2 seconds. You need to get the shot up quick because you're going to have to foul immediately on the other end of it. And if you're Haldane, if you give up a bucket, I think you might be trying to throw the ball along down the court. Pierson's going to be concentrating their pressure along that baseline. You could leak someone deep and maybe just run out this clock. First step, though, if you're Haldane, you get the stop. This game is pretty much over.
So we'll see if Avon Smith does get the ball after scoring 13 points in the third quarter, only 5 in the fourth quarter, but has had the magic touch from beyond the 3-point line. But we'll see if they go for the 3 or try to get a quick 2 and get a quick foul. But here comes Luke Seltzer with 5 seconds to go. Here's Smith with the fallaway 3, and that is short. So a desperation shot by Avon Smith falls well short as rebound was grabbed by Benjamin Bosick, and he gets fouled by Keanu King. So Bosick will go to the line with 2.1 seconds to go and will all but seal it for the Haldane Blue Devils. Can't make the first one. Everybody on the Haldane bench standing up as he misses the second one, and that's grabbed, but doesn't matter. Seemed like the ball was going out of bounds, but it wasn't. But that's it, as the Haldane Blue Devils will advance to play in the state semifinals of Class C. They are the Class C regional champion as they defeat the Pierson Whalers by the final score of 57-53.
Wow, Larry, great basketball game. I mean, one of the better ones I can remember calling in these New York State basketball playoffs. Haldane able to fight back after giving up the big lead. It felt like Pierson, led by Avon Smith, had all the momentum, but man, Matteo Cerrone What more can you say? 26 points in this one through that great backdoor pass to Matt Nachampian, and just did everything right, including the 2 free throws late to seal this game.
So we'll take a quick look at the updated bracket now. You can see now Haldane does advance to the state semifinals in Class C. That will be coming up next Friday morning at 9:30 a.m. up at Glens Falls at the Cool Insurance Arena. They will take on the winner of Chatham and Canton, playing tomorrow up at SUNY Potsdam. We'll take a quick break here on the NFHS Network. We'll see if we can get an interview as well as get some final thoughts as well.
Congratulations, Pierson.
Who are you going to try to... Sorry.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
we're back here on the NFHS Network. A full house. Larry Courtney here with Gavin Shaw and a couple of a player and a coach from the winners today, Haldane. Again, the final score was 57-53. Congratulations on winning this afternoon, Coach. Just talk about what you guys did to win, first of all.
It was a grind. I think our defense won it tonight, right? They shot it very well. They were 40% plus shooting team from three. And you could see why, right? The few times we left them open, they hit it. But we've been in tough games all year. This guy, and along with his brothers, have won a lot of games for us, close games like that. We knew we were battle-tested, and that's the kind of game we wanted to get to the Final Four. That was exciting.
Mateo also, too, finishing with a game-high of 26 points. And just talk about what you did. You were basically a beast from the beginning of the game all the way to the end of the game.
Yeah, I had a turnover early I didn't like, and I knew I was going to go home thinking about that turnover for the rest of my life. So I trusted my teammates, and I trusted myself, and we did it.
Yeah, Mateo, I just want to ask about your patience. That's what really impressed me under the basket, because obviously they had a lot of height front line, went 6'9", 6'6", 6'5". I felt like every time you were just pump faking, taking, and like kind of an old school game, right? A lot of jump hooks, great touch, and the passing too was really impressive.
Yeah, the times where I wasn't patient, I messed up, and when I stay patient, good things happen. So I trusted my teammates late, and man, we came through. So yeah.
Coach, can you comment on how he played? Because man, it was kind of an old school game for him, but incredibly effective, obviously.
Yeah, Mateo's been waiting for this game for years. He's trained for this one. We've lost some tough ones together. One of a lot of good ones. Obviously, this is the best one. This one tastes great, and Mateo wasn't going home. We're not done. We got 2 more games. Mateo's trusted his teammates all year. His teammates have stepped up the last 3 games, won some big games. Mateo was a contributor, but Mateo put us on his back tonight, and we're anxious to see who the next guy is along with Mateo. But he's a beast, right? Inside game, paint touches, passing, the diving. Him and the Shampkin have some kind of relationship, and it's only getting better and better. We still have room for improvement, which is a beautiful thing. And when Mateo got here freshman year, we've been trying one day to practice the last possible day, and we're doing that this week, and that's emotional for us.
So you guys will advance to play up in Glens Falls next week. I'm sure the trip down here, I knew you guys were not going to leave without a loss, without winning the game. 150-mile travel, 4 hours coming down here. You wanted to make sure that you guys came away with the victory.
Yeah, these guys got some chicken parm heroes and some meatball, some mozzarella sticks coming. We're going to enjoy every second of this because that was a phenomenal game. Love you, Mateo.
So you also played for Haldane way back when, and you guys. You're in your 200 victory early in the season. Mateo, you got your 1,000 point. So biggest accomplishments for you. But, of course, the biggest accomplishment is winning the Class C championship coming up next weekend.
It's our 4th time getting up there, and it's the best feeling. It's emotional just to spend the weekend with these guys, March Madness, bonding. These are memories these guys will remember forever, and they'll talk about it forever, and that's special. That's what high school sports are all about.
And Coach Verdigamo, Mateo Cervone, thank you so much. Good luck next week up at Glens Falls.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
So we're going to start wrapping up our broadcast here for this Class C championship, but we're going to get some final thoughts also, too. So just, again, what it came down to ultimately, Gavin, what was it that got Haldane to come away with this victory?
It was the guy just standing right next to us, right? You saw the sweat, you saw the size, Mateo Cervone, just incredible patience down the stretch. I think ultimately Larry Haldane was the more composed of the 2 teams. You saw their patient backdoor cutting. You saw their finishing. You saw them making their free throws. Pierson played an incredible game, and we got to compliment the Whalers, right? A team full of juniors, full of sophomores. They didn't lose their composure down the stretch. They came back, but this was a team with a little bit more experience, a little bit more skill, particularly on the interior, and it carried the day down the stretch.
And just noting also, too, Avon Smith finishing with 25 points for Pierson, but falling just a little bit short as, again, the 26 points of Mateo Cervone leads the Haldane Blue Devils to a 57-53 victory over the Pierson Whalers in the regional Class C championship. So for my broadcast partner, Gavin Shaw, we got Matthew Burke on the producing end and Lance Merriweather with the camera. This is Larry Courtney. We'll be back in a little bit for the Class B regional finals. That will be coming up as both teams are warming up. Southampton will be taking on Valhalla. So thank you so much for watching this presentation of the NFHS Network. We'll see you in a little bit.